morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. Yes. Good morning, everyone. And whoever's going to see this later, good afternoon or good evening. Well, welcome to another episode of $2 Billionaire. $2 Billionaire. Yes, I am so excited because it is a new week. It is Monday. If you guys don't like Monday, you guys need to start loving Monday because it is a new week. You don't have to worry about what happened last week. You don't have to worry about what happened yesterday. We're moving forward and continue pushing through. Yeah. So I am so excited. This weekend has been such an amazing experience to be working with two different individuals for like the first time and collabing with them this weekend. So shout out to everyone that was at our Autumn Women Social. Whoop, whoop. And shout out to everyone that supported us in Bayonne with our 2-day pop-up with Mr. Pen and Pistol, Mr. Walter. Shout out to that. And we're definitely going to be doing something again, collabing together and do another pop-up within December. So look forward, stay tuned. Another pop-up in December. I might be in your town. You never know. So, hey, right now I am so excited because we're going to be talking about collaboration and competition. So let's get Mama Mandy on because I know you like, where's Mama Mandy? Our other favorite. Where's Mama Mandy? Because Mama Mandy saved my life this weekend. And when I tell you that Mama Mandy saved my life this weekend.
Good morning.
Hello. I'm telling everybody how you saved my life this weekend.
What?
You literally did. So Mama Mandy, we have our bourbon vanilla extract that we are releasing our product.
Which is outstanding.
Yeah, we've been literally doing this since 2020 during the pandemic. We created this and we've been potent this and it's already 22. So you can just imagine how strong it is now. And then now we have more abundance of it. So now that we have our product, we want to release it and we want to launch it, which we're so excited about it. But for that, I'm not a pastry chef. No, I'm not. I need to learn.
That's why you had me.
I definitely do. I went to culinary school, yes, but I was more of a cooker. I like to cook. I like to design food. I like savory food. I love to mix savory and sweet, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't really good because baking is a science. People don't understand. Baking's like chemistry. So if you're good in chemistry, you're probably a great baker.
1 gram off and you're fucked. And I took AP chemistry in high school, so that's maybe why I like it.
Exactly. I feel like baking is literally chemistry. So we have our product release, and for our pop-up this weekend that just passed, Mama Mandy helped us and made the bread pudding. And in that bread pudding, she used our vanilla extract, and I was so excited for it because we made a whipped cream. Babe made a whipped cream with the vanilla extract in it, and we put it together, and everyone literally was enjoying your bread pudding. I mean, I got so much raves on your bread pudding. It was like, wow. A bitch was like, damn, maybe I need a bake. Like, I was like, getting a little
she was like,
jealous. I couldn't. And you know what's so crazy? I think I got I low-key got upset because I was like, I can't even claim this. You know what I mean? Because even though it's my brand, I was like, I can't even claim this. Like, I had to be like, I can't bake. This is my partner in crime. She's the bakery. She's the chef. Like, I even
that's
got
the beauty
of
collaboration. If you don't know something, like exactly. You have somebody there to do it for you, and you both look good in the end. You know what I mean?
And that's the good thing about this topic, collaboration and competition, because there are different forms of collaboration. Which literally, I took one of your products. And I use your products to literally sell my product. That is a collaboration right there. And it's crazy how it worked out so beautifully. And thank you for your bread pudding. Everyone
you're welcome.
Loved it. They enjoyed it. I'm not going to tell you what our secret is. Well, one secret, I'm selling it. So, hey. But the other one, I'm definitely not going to tell you because it's in her recipe. So, at the end of the day, thank you for this weekend with your bread pudding. I appreciate that. I even got her sale. So I was like,
so again, those are the beautiful things where coming together helps both parties flourish. Like, absolutely. You got to highlight your product. I got to highlight one of my products, and we both made sales off of it. It's a fucking beautiful thing.
Word. And, I even had to we even worked together in ways of upselling. People, I want to establish this. People are afraid to talk about money when it comes to collaboration. I realize that a lot. People are afraid to talk about money, but you know what? this is probably the most precise, boldest, straight to the point thing that you have to do.
Yeah,
Get
no,
this
that's
out
a
the
good way
way.
of saying it. It's a conversation that most people don't want to have, but it's necessary if you're going to partake in business with each other. Like,
And I realized that
me and you, we always talk about numbers when we're thinking about products. We're like, okay, how much is this really going to cost us? Like, we don't hide the fact that money's a factor in business. You can
absolutely.
sugarcoat it, but that's what it is. If one party doesn't have enough money to participate in it, then guess what? You put a pause on that and you think of something else that's a little cheaper to do. Like, it's all
Absolutely.
a balancing act. You got to know each other's budgets and how you're going to work together.
Very true. So this weekend literally was such a blessing. Thank you. And because of our collaboration, we got to talk about money. We got to help each other make more money in a way. And it was such a beautiful thing because that's what you want to make sure that you're always, when you're working with another person and collabing with them, when they're doing different businesses, you need to not be afraid to discuss money. And that's the thing I realized, that a lot of people like to go around that word and then focus on the money part last. No, the money part needs to be first. And that's one thing I realized working this weekend. And this is why I said, I don't want to do the collaboration. Thank God, it happened for a reason. Thank God I didn't do it Friday, because I was like, let me go through this experience, because these are two new people that we were collabing with. So, and then not only that, we were collabing together, but we did it in a different form. This was very new to us.
This was very new for us, but it worked out actually perfect.
Exactly.
Everything got done. Everything looked beautiful. We got so many compliments. People were talking about possible bookings later in the future. So it was just a beautiful experience. And even though it was different, it all worked out.
It really did. And I realized, like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. I've heard that so much. This is probably why I still don't have a child, because I am still building my village. Let's be real. I'm still building my village. I'm in Jersey and I don't have close family near me. So I'm still building my village. And that's how you have to see it. When you have your business, that's your baby. So you have to make sure you build your village around it, that you secure your baby and make sure it's protected. And doing collaboration, instead of thinking, oh, let's compete, we can all collab and still compete with other people. And that is one thing, that how you build your village. So it's amazing learning and working with two different type of people with organization. I didn't even create the organization. I didn't even do the event. I was literally asked to do, we were asked.
Like a vendor type thing.
Paid, we were, to do it. So it was a beautiful thing to collab with everyone this weekend. And I'm so looking forward to do more collaboration with you, with Mr. Walter, even Miss Millie, and what's her name? Poetry.
Golden Poet.
Golden Poet. Like, these are those names, these ladies and these gentlemen. Mr. Cash, he taught me so much in 2 days of doing a pop-up shop of howing to market.
Yeah,
and it's
shout
like,
out to him.
wow,
He knows marketing.
When you meet people and you work together with different people that you've never worked with and you collide with them, make sure money gets out the way first, and be open-minded to everything you see and everything you hear, because those are only inspirations for you to do more and more and more and push yourself. And this is why I'm so happy about the topic that we are literally about to discuss today, and break down collaboration over competition, because I think people need to understand the statistics. And yes, we do mention, income in this, because anything that you do when you're collabing or you're doing competition, money is always involved. Let's not
it costs money to do shit. Let's be real.
Exactly. You gotta roar like a lion and be louder than everybody. It's like,
I am woman, hear me roar.
I had to really see that for myself, and that really changed my mind. So, Mama Mandy, do you have anything to say before we start this lesson?
No, let's talk about collaboration.
Wait a minute. It is 11:11, guys. Everybody who is watching right now, close your eyes and make a wish. 11:11, golden number.
Okay, I got my wish. Damn, that's a deep ass wish.
I had to make sure I had to repeat it. I had to keep repeating it. You know,
Okay.
I was like, "Whoo."
Okay. I was like, God damn, what you wishing?
My mouth is dry right quick. I do apologize.
But one more thing before we start. Just know that we are going to talk about advantages and disadvantages, but that does not mean we're saying not to collaborate with people when we talk about the disadvantages. Disclaimer. Okay.
All right. So now I'm going to flip this over. We ready? We ready. Let's talk about business. Yes. I love business.
We should get that on a shirt. I love business.
I'm
like
learning that business is becoming more fun. Yes. So collaboration and competition. Yes, this is another episode, $2 Billionaire. We are on every Mondays and Fridays at 11 a.m. and we will be posting after so you guys can still see. Please leave comments and don't forget to save your dollars because we will be collecting our dollars at the end of the segment. So you ready for class? Let's get into class, guys. Miss Mama Mandy, take over. I have so much energy.
I can tell. I'm like, whoa, let me get there. So collaboration over competition is the lesson of the day. So let's break down the definitions of each.
I'm going to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, please, because you know I got old lady eyeballs, okay? So
see that.
Competition is business competition is the contest between organizations that provide similar products or services or that target, sorry, I don't know what word was coming out of my mouth, but target the same audience of consumers. Business compete to convert and return, the clients and such, increase and receive and gain
more market shares.
Sorry, you got a big circle glare over those four last words.
I know. That's what I'm trying to cover.
No, it's okay. We got through it. But competition is when two businesses are very like each other and they're in the same market going after the same people. That's the summarization of that.
Well, definitely with, basically competition. And everyone knows what competition is. You're competing. You're being competitive. It's a war. It's a battle. You're like, let's go, competition. You're not thinking about what the other man is doing, which it should always be like that, to be honest, in your mind. You should always not want to put yourself in a competition mind towards trying to be, how would I say, unhumble. It's okay to be competitive because everything in this world is competitive. So
there's healthy competition and then there's negative.
Word. I feel like it's all about the way your mindset and how you look at things. If you're looking at it as a prize and a goal to get it and not trying to be nasty or disrespectful or have your ego stroke, then that's a different story. But other than that, let's go to the next one. Could you see?
Yeah, I can see this one better. Okay, collaboration in business is the practice of companies working together towards a common goal or purpose, like $2 billionaires.
Absolutely.
While teams or individuals might
collaborate.
That's on a one-time basis to achieve a short-term goal. Collaboration of a company-wide practice involves creating connections over time.
This goddamn light.
No, it's okay. That one was better. It's also
but I was doing two things. I'm trying to do the board and cover the light at the same time.
These are the moments that let y'all know this is live.
I felt like I was an incredible mom right now.
That one good. So collab, doing things together to grow together. That's essentially what that is. Okay.
I think you can see this one a lot.
Yes, this one. Yeah. Okay. So your competition advantages.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I can't even Go ahead.
Okay. Competition advantages, employee and improved productivity.
Now, what you mean by that?
So competition advantages especially, I want you to explain the employee one but improve productivity, because sometimes when you have competition around you in a healthy format, right, it makes you more of a go-getter. So it puts a fire under your ass, right? And that's going to increase your productivity, which could increase your overall goal achievement and success in your business. So that's why I say there is healthy competition formats where it's just kind of like, hey, guess what I'm doing? Oh, you got to do it. Like, step up, homie. Like, it's like one of those things. So I think that that's actually a huge advantage when it comes to having competition around you, is it kind of keeps you on high gear.
Word. And for employees as competition, you got to remember, when you have employees, that means that you are a boss. You are a manager.
That's where you were going.
You
with
are
that.
a leader. Okay. You know what I mean? You're a leader. You're a boss. You're a manager. You are the orchestrator when it comes to being an employee. So at the end of the day, you have to make sure everything is swifty with your employees, guided properly, taught properly, learn, making sure
organization.
That exactly, organization, guidance, you know, those are your advantage, because at the end of the day, you can pay them at a certain price that you want as well.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about with collaboration, because with collaboration, sometimes you have to be the one to be the payout. And, you know, then you have to share out. So those are the difference between employees. You don't have to do that when you have your own employees. You get to choose what your price is at, that you pay at whatever rate that you want. So that's the good thing with employees. And plus, you're a leader, you're a boss. You don't have to worry about nobody telling you what to do. You are their head honcho. So it's your guidance. So that's what employees. But now
that's an advantage of that, for sure.
Word.
So there are disadvantages, though. If you're in a highly competitive market, it could be an increased stress level. In certain industries, like the beauty industry, that's a highly competitive market.
Absolutely.
So stress. Hello, I'm sure Rihanna's over there sweating every time she launches a new lingerie line, because the market's competitive as fuck for her. So that is definitely
but you know what? Rihanna got a village. So.
Yeah, Rihanna, and that's how I was going to use her as a collaboration example.
Word,
because that's how she grew. But you know, employee resentment. If you don't have the organization, if you don't have the communication skills, if you don't have the practices set in place properly for your employees, over time, things aren't going to get done properly. And then your employees will resent you, because it starts at management. It's a domino fucking effect.
Amen.
So please make sure there is nothing wrong with being a boss motherfucker and making sure business runs smooth. But one of your first priorities as a boss is to make sure your employees or whoever you hire to work for you for an event or such is happy.
Not just happy
or content with what they're doing.
But heard. You know
yes.
What I mean?
Because a happy and somebody who feels heard person is a much more productive person.
Insane.
So guess what?
Absolutely safe.
You're going to get a better person and worker out of them if you're just fucking nicer and listen.
And my thing is like, you don't have to be nice. And when I mean nice, just have manners. Keep it simple.
Yes, let me better explain myself. When I say nice, it means know how to speak professionally to them, but make sure their feelings are understood and are validated, but you still let them understand that, hey, we still have a job to do.
Absolutely.
In a good professional manner.
Absolutely. With all that. So the next one.
That's definitely a big thing that's a disadvantage. Employee resentment can really fuck with the business.
Exactly. And that goes literally to the last two ones. You can just say it, but it goes exactly hand to toe. Go for it.
Yeah. So potential for bad behavior or malice. If you don't know what malice is, when we first did this live way back, I had to look up the word, and it means like bad acting or like malicious behavior towards you. And I have seen in several different places that I've worked in the past where employees get so fed up with this system that they start to like do or slack in certain areas just to fuck with the business, because they're like, fuck this. That's no good. That will destroy your business if you have employees that say fuck this.
Absolutely.
So
malice,
kill that, nip that shit in the bud. If you notice somebody's frustrated, or you know, maybe they're not performing well, pull them to the side and ask them, hey, what's going on? Is there something I can do? Is there a problem? Be that
needs to be solved.
Yeah, let me be a solution provider and let me know what's going on. That's where you need to be, or else this disadvantage will bite you in the ass. So talking about collaboration now. Advantages. You're self-reinforcing corporation. What does that mean? You are building your own village, as Zenobia had called it. You are in control of who is a player in your game of journey in entrepreneurship. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You choose that.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one is staff camera. What is that word?
Radier.
Radier.
Yeah, it's more as in like they're aware, understanding,
Oh, okay. Okay.
structure properly.
Got you. So make sure it helps allow proper structure and preciseness in activities for sure. Improve division of work, which is huge. Me and Zenobia, we divvy up work all the time. So collabing allows you to hand certain pieces off to people rather than doing it all yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one is more creative input. You have more creative minds at play. It can be an advantage at times because somebody could spark someone's idea and it trickle and domino to a much grander idea.
Absolutely.
Improved quality. If you have, a few more eyes viewing things, it can improve the quality quite a bit by editing process. It also allows you to have more investment money pulled in oftentimes, which can produce to better quality goods. So definitely for sure improves your quality. And it can reduce costs and cycle times. When we say reduce costs, when you have 2 or more parties pooling in, it's often cheaper per person.
Absolutely.
And things get done a lot faster because you have more people being able to participate in the actions needed to successfully execute the goal. So definitely all these are high points, and most of these are points of why I like to collaborate with people, because I'm a productive motherfucker. so I need collaboration in my life because it allows me to function a lot better.
Perfect.
Yeah. So disadvantages. Too many potential leaders. This can be a problem when there's not a dignified leader or leaders, like, because sometimes there's 2 or 3 leaders in a group. There's oftentimes confusion on what's actually going on.
Too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Yes, and it's funny. I had somebody say that last night, so that's funny. But yeah, I think there needs to be dignified leadership, and yes, everybody has potential to be a leader in their own right and way. But when you're organizing a group or a community affair or an event, even, there needs to be a specific people or person that's running the show.
Absolutely.
And making sure everything goes in order.
Absolutely.
So don't be afraid to set that leader. And it's not like I'm the boss of things. It's like, no, I'm the person that everybody ends up communicating to.
And that is, like you said, when it comes to competing, you don't have to worry about that because you're doing everything yourself. But when you're not competing and you're collaborating, you have to put down, not being a leader, but you just have to listen to another leader. You have to understand, like, hey, I'm not the one running this show, but I'm helping out with the organization. So let me just go with the flow. So that's why I say when you go into collaborations and you do, like, as I was working with 2 people, I went in there open-minded, and you have to be very open-minded because that's only going to help you build more. Like she said, it improves quality. It gets more creative. You get more creative inputs. So it's like, that's the beauty of doing that. But now
different, what's the word I'm looking for? It exposes you to different work styles. And I think this is always good to work with different styles of people because it lets you know what styles don't work for you, what styles do work for you, and maybe it teaches you a new way to do things that actually makes you more productive. So different work styles and learning different ways to do things is always, I don't know. I feel like for me, it's kind of an advantage.
I got a great example, man. I have a great example with me and you of a work different style that you did not like. You was like, oh, I don't know if I can see myself doing it. And we didn't do it anymore. You remember in the summer when we worked in a park for a friend?
Oh, yes. Okay. So, okay.
And we worked with a different chef. Don't get me wrong. Everything was, his work, his art is finesse. but everyone's work style, how they move, how they operate.
Yes.
Hey, they can
you know what's crazy is I
people can
completely
still
fucking
deliver through chaos in the culinary chef world. I could tell you that much. Yes, our industry, we can function through chaos. It's crazy, but it's true.
yeah.
So go ahead. I'm gonna listen.
No, now I see what you're talking about. Okay, because I was like, I saw that on disadvantage, I was like, well, I might counteract this, but I get where you're saying. Is yes, sometimes work styles are so very fucking different and on bipolar opposite ends of spectrum.
Now
That
you
is
thought
just,
about what I'm talking about because your whole tone of voice changed.
yeah,
So
because
funny.
no, like, because honestly, I fucking forgot about it. That's how irrelevant it was to me, because I realized afterwards that that's just not my work style.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. It's not saying that one is better than the other. It's just I can't work like that.
So give us an example.
So
I'm good.
I'm trying to be tasteful.
Exactly. You know what? Good. I like this.
Um,
Now this is how you stay professional and talk
yeah.
about someone
So I
else's
had an experience
initiatives.
once, and I'm sure other chefs can relate, where I worked with a chef, and it was just different practices in organization, different practices in cooking styles, different practices in the way that they would speak to somebody working for them. And there was just too many red flags for me to want to work with this person again.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I got frustrated. I had my moment in a private setting afterwards, but it was just, no, this is not for me. No shade on that person. It's just not my wave. And that's okay. That's I think why I was saying before, it's important to work with different work styles, but there is a disadvantage. I get what you're saying now. To sometimes you take an L, and it's okay. Like at the end of the day, no parties were hurt by the situation, and it is what it is. But it just, some things are too different.
Exactly. See, that was a great example. Look at that. Give
Do you
Mama
see why
Mandy.
we say always try to stay professional as
Always
possible? And
try to
it's
stay
not easy,
professional.
guys.
It's not, but that was a very good way of telling your experience with
Yeah.
someone of difference without
I
trying
actually, I
to.
will say this, looking back months later now and almost forgetting about it because it just, but now looking back, I can say that that was definitely a big lesson in my chefhood. It was just like, I can't work with every single chef. As much as I would love to participate in a bunch of different chef things, not every chef is meant for me to work with.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. That's okay.
And that's so
like,
funny because, like, I love the fact with collaboration, we're talking about collaboration over competition. Mm-hmm. And right now, Mama Mandy, we're discussing about how there are different advantages and disadvantages on collabing and competing with people. And so far, we are talking about the disadvantage at this moment with the different work styles. And it's so true. Like, when you go into different facilities or kitchens, especially as a chef, you're absolutely right, because I was in this world first. And I remember my first like outside catering every time we did outside catering, I'm always meeting a new different chefs. We're all chefs. When you do outside catering, you're meeting so many different chefs. That's why I love private outside catering collaboration sometimes, because it's like you get to really see different techniques, and some chefs are just not always your type of work, and they have to understand, because sometimes they're not going to like you and you're not going to like them, and it's just like, hey, you know what, since we both have some red flags, we just part ways. And it's,
yeah, and you know what, and I'm so for the agree to disagree and just let the person beat to the rhythm of their own drum.
Absolutely.
If it works for them, it works for them. I just don't want a part of it. That's how I feel about that. But now, another disadvantage is potential for laziness. My greatest example was this college project, but I stood my ground. This motherfucker had me do the whole project, and we got like a 90 something on it, right? And I looked at my professor and I was just like, I was that asshole, because at that point I was fed up. And I was just like, oh no, this little motherfucker thought he was going to steal my grade. So I was like, listen, he really did not take any part in this project. He didn't show up. He refused to show up to the library for meetings to work on the project. He refused to even do like just email me your parts type shit. It was just a shit show. So I got my grade and he got no grade. But it was very frustrating, and like I was excited for the collaboration at first because
I know
he
he hated you.
oh, I don't give a fuck. I
That
hope
was
he
funny.
sees this at one point.
I
But
know your whole group was like, yes, she spoke up. Thank you.
oh my God. Because it was me and this girl, Erica, at the time. We put all of our energy into this project. And you know, I was DJing at the time too, and I was exhausted from it. So I was just like, fuck you, because I spend mornings where I finish work at 4 a.m. and met Erica in the library at 6 a.m. So no, you're not taking my grade. So I think that he thought because he was a cute boy, which he was handsome, I'll give him that, but he could be lazy. And he used that tool of his to get away with things in this collaboration. And it sucked because he was a good person. He just was a lazy butthead when it came to the project. So that was definitely a big disadvantage. And it actually, like, because we were actually cool before the project, it actually did end up ruining the friendship too. But at the end of the day, I can't have somebody use me for my work, you know?
Beautiful. I love
it's
that.
not, I've always been like that. Like, you're not going to use me for my work. No. Like,
I love that. I love that. So
know your worth and add fucking tax.
So this is literally all of our segment with collaboration and competition. And like I said, this weekend was such a beautiful blessing to have worked with two different other business owners and, you know, do their little do their events. And those events really turned out really nicely, very beautifully, very tastefully. And, you know, it just inspired me working with people that with having an open mind. So it was just such a beautiful thing. But what I say is, when you collab with people, do not be afraid to talk about the money first. Get that out the way, because once you get the money out the way, everything else is a breeze. I promise you. It's like boom, 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 boom. Get the money out the way. Because
sometimes it's almost, I feel like, as I jump too fast into it, like, this will be what it costs us. This is gonna like
no, that's perfect.
But I'd rather be that person, so you know what you're getting into, and you know where my mindset is at. That, like, hey, I'm thinking numbers. I might not have the funds right now, but I am thinking numbers, and this is a potential thing. So let's think smart and know what we have to save or know what we got to invest in right now to move forward. But I definitely just want to put out there again, there are disadvantages to both competition and collaboration, but I am a high believer in collaboration allows both parties to flourish if you collab with the right people. So make sure you're reading energies, make sure you understand that person's work styles, their budget, what their goals and purpose of working with you is, and then move forward with them. Don't just jump into a collaboration, because trust, that will bite you in the fucking ass. Like, so think about it before you do it, but definitely think about it.
Absolutely. And that's one of our, I love this. This was such a beautiful topic. Thank you, my Mandy, for you helping me in my collaboration and us working together, collaborating.
Yes, and thank you for doing my tablescape. Without you, it doesn't look how I envision it to look. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, it was always fun to have all 4 businesses on one table between Easy Creative Touch, Mama Mandy brand,
Two Dollar
Billionaires, and the baked goods. It's like, Jesus, how many more businesses can we fit on one table?
It was really good. I even had my products on the table too as well.
And that's what I envisioned, was to show off how we always collaborate and to promote that. I think it's healthy in entrepreneurship. I don't think that everybody's your competition, because not everybody's your market. So not everybody can be your fucking competition. Hello. And then 2, collaboration will help you flourish.
Absolutely.
So that's my spiel on that.
That was very fun and very beautiful, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it was a beautiful event, and I can't wait to do more with Millicent and Miss Golden Poet.
Yes. So now we're gonna be wrapping. We're gonna talk about our reminders, our announcements before we get to our savings.
You good, girl?
I hope everyone has their jar. So reminders, I want to do this, you know, get that out the way, and then we do the dollars and wrap it up.
So reminders. So just so you guys know, the pie sale has officially ended. Okay. I have to cut orders off so I can bake all these pies. I can't keep having more and more coming. It just won't get done. And I want to produce quality, not fast rush shit. So that is over, but stay tuned for the holiday sales and Black Friday sale coming up from the Mama Mandy brand. For Easy Creative Touch, bourbon vanilla extract. Again, I can't boast about it enough. I use it in all my baked goods at my job. I use it in my baked goods in my business. It's the only vanilla extract I will use at this point. So definitely recommend. It changes the whole holiday baking experience, and you can get your own bottle. So $25. It's great. It's highly concentrated, like she said, so you don't have to use a huge amount. So that bottle does last you a while, and
Yes.
it's just a quality product. You definitely taste the difference.
And not only that, you can even add like a little bit more as it goes down, like bourbon, or if you want to use a little bit of a vanilla put in, but and it has pure vanilla bean inside of it, so it's like those vanilla beans are literally dripping.
That's a Madagascar vanilla bean, guys.
Exactly, Madagascar vanilla bean. So
quality.
Exactly. It's beautiful. So I'm very happy of this. And we have more that's like my little touch, the little magic that you're putting in your recipes. And that's what, we always about, a little easy, creative little touch that you put in. So next, stay tuned for our next pop-up. We are definitely right now in the midst of talking of another pop-up in December. I'm not too sure if I'm going to.
With you and Walter, correct?
Me and Walter, and right now also a bike club in Passaic.
Okay. So, yay, girl.
Yeah, this was because of that, collaboration doing this week, someone else wants us to take our products in their town. So this is something that I'm trying to see how we're going to go about it.
Okay. And stay tuned for, December there will be announcements, but there is stuff in the works for in-person motivation. So tickets will be on sale. That's what I got to say so far about that. So
absolutely.
Pop-up experience.
Absolutely. So I definitely like that. Okay, so now what I want to do. Okay, now we're going to talk about Katarina.
Yes, Miss Katarina Peters. We'll tag her at the bottom of this live. But Kat Peters' team, you can check her. She is affiliating herself with the Red Door Place, an organization and shelter and donation center for New Yorkers in the West Village. And right now they are looking for donations of essential goods. It is crazy times. There's more and more immigrants coming in. There's more and more people that are in need as the economy gets crazier and crazier. So she has an Amazon link on her page. You can click on that and see what they have that they need for donations. Small, both are amazing, and we thank you. There's just so many New Yorkers in need right now, and it's getting colder. So please, any essential goods, help them out. And you can go again and check out her page and get the links for the Red Door Place.
Absolutely. So now that we talked about that, ooh, show my face again. Hello.
Oh, I was like, did you drop?
Now I hope everyone has their dollar.
It's dollar time, y'all.
Yes, it's definitely dollar time. And I love this part because everyone keeps, I do get some DMs lately and talk about our dollars. And one thing right now, me and Mama Mandy are doing, we're definitely are in the process of growing and getting some products out there. So I'm loving that route. Now that we
both have our own individual products, we kind of know the process of the product making and pricing and all that stuff. So we can better collaborate, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. So stay tuned.
Yes, definitely stay tuned.
Oh.
And then we're going to do something that is, us as individual. So that's going to be something that's going to be extremely beautiful for us to do. So I'm excited.
Power 3.
Word, power 3. That's how we got to do it. So as we get our dollars, I hope everyone got their dollars.
Oh, I put it in the jar already, but.
Well, so I'm so excited. So if you have the red jar, you know that you started with us of last year in 2001 in October. So the red jar right now, we already got to our year. And with our year, we had collab and equaled up to $104. So all we're saying every Monday, every Friday, take $1 and put it away. And when you don't think about it, look at that. We already reached 1 year already, and we already have $104. So now, since that day, we started again, and now we should be at $10 at this moment. So $10. So if you have your dollars, please go get your jar and put $10 right now, because you're starting with us since October. Now, if you are one of our VIPs that started with us in January, right now you are at $90. Look at that. We are so close to reaching our $104. So it was like, you still have time. You are at $90 right now, and in January we will be at 104, and then we'll be starting over again, which I'm so excited for that. But other than that, always take $1, $1 Mondays and Fridays, and just put it in your jar. Put it away. It's like you're invested in yourself. As they say in the world, you should be doing crypto, stock, which yes, you should have a little bit, not saying not.
Go for
but
it.
The first thing you should always think of first is always investing in yourself first. That's number one. And everyone always want to think that you have to do a big amount and do it. Yes, you can do a big amount, but for beginning stages, as we are 101 business,
learn to micro save first.
Let's micro, and let's just do $1 and see where we go, and then maybe we'll up it up. But other than that, with our VIPs, we are at $90, and with our MVPs, we are at $9 from starting on our second year to be. So I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited about that. But other than that, stay tuned for Monday. We will be back here again at 11 a.m. And I'm so excited because $2 Billionaire is still blossoming. And stay tuned because we are going to be doing more pop-ups. Pie sales, my Mandy has cut it off, so no more. So,
sorry, y'all.
You can.
But look for the holiday cookie sales.
Okay, look for the holiday cookie sales. Perfect. So anything else you would like to say before we?
No, again, just remember, collaboration can help both parties flourish. And if you do it right, both parties excel, both parties end up happy, and well, both or multiple, and everybody grows, and it's just a beautiful thing. Don't knock it till you try it.
Yes. So I definitely agree with that. I thank you guys for, even if you guys listen to it now, later, collaboration, competition, I definitely hope you guys learn from our experience the difference in between, and even the science of, you know, the world, how they, you know, give us a definition as well towards the things that happen in a business. So always, even not just business, but even, you know, your work, your daily work, this could still help you out too with knowing, you know, competition and collaboration and how and the advantages and disadvantages. So just be aware of those. So other than that, Mama Mandy, you can close us out.
Yes. So today, on this beautiful Monday, new day, new week, new you, so to speak, not to be corny, but today is going to be a motherfucking good day, because it's a motherfucking have a good day, and God damn it, we deserve it. So y'all, I hope that you guys have a blessed day. Go about your day with productivity. Let's kick ass this week. It's holiday season officially because Thanksgiving's this week. So business owners, high gear.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. We'll be seeing you. Yes, Thanksgiving is this week. I didn't even mention Thanksgiving. Yes, so Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And we will be seeing you Friday after
Black Friday.
So I know some of you guys might be in line shopping, so you could still put your phone on if you want to watch us in your car, driving, want to watch us. We're going to be here at 11 a.m. Still,
you can shop with us.
Exactly. Let's take a shopping trip. So if you're going to be doing Black Saving, or you're going to be home because you're too full, tune in. I hope everyone have a blessed, safe Thanksgiving, and eat a lot of turkey. Exactly. Eat a lot of turkey, eat duck. You know, last year our Thanksgiving was very different, and you know it's gonna be.
We had a Friendsgiving. It was beautiful though.
It definitely was, and shout out to Miss Susan for that. Which I haven't even spoke to her in a very long time, so I have to like call her, see how she's been. So
we got her face.
Exactly. So that, yes, close her out. It's gonna be a what?
A motherfucking good day, because it's a motherfucking good day to have a good day. Y'all stay blessed, and we will see you on Black Friday. Toodles.